Hello, welcome to this new episode of the Alex Show TV. This is episode 319 from the May the 10th of the year 2024. Today is a Friday, and today is Mother's Day on several countries. I know it is in my country, Mexico. So for any mothers that are listening, congratulations. I send you my best. Even if it's not Mother's Day in your particular country, I personally think all 365 days should be Mother's Day, and we should honor our mothers all the time. There's no need for a special day for that. We certainly we are nothing without our mothers. It's such a thankless job in a way because it's so hard, beyond my imagination. And thank you all mothers of the world. You are beautiful. Having said all that, this is a beautiful topic today for Mother's Day here in Mexico, and it's gonna be short and sweet. But this is gonna be the kind of episodes that get very passionate. So please bear with me. We have a support video. It is a great video. I only took 2 minutes from that video. I think it's 11 minutes total. So I always suggest, if you have the time, the link is on the show notes, on the video notes. So if you have the time, just go to the video notes. You'll find it under credits, and take a look at the support video completely, because I cannot include 11 minutes. I'm gonna lose you if I include such a long video. Sometimes I take clips. In this case, I decided just to take the initial 2 minutes. I think it explains our topic today, which is experiencing the beautiful oneness and non-duality. I share many times, many times, something that is becoming stronger with me, that as we go through this natural process of maturing, this natural process of leaving confusion behind, this natural process of ascending the density of the realities we experience, it's a natural process, it's universal given, this creator given, this is nothing related to Earth or anything like that. This has to do with our universe. And you start embracing this concept that we are all the same thing. And the way I explain it is, this video, I think, concentrates on the ideology, which maybe at this time I'm not 100% attached, that we're the same thing with no independence. And I share it. It's like we are drops of water and the universe is the ocean, okay? So the beautiful part is, you see how wonderful and full of love the creator is, the creator of everything, source, whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it God, go right ahead. I'm trying to avoid that word because it implies something more related to worship and that, which I'm sure the creator is nothing into that, nothing at all. But in his beautifulness, I'm going to make an analogy here, or a metaphor, better said. That it's like we're out there on the shore in a beach, okay? And you're a creator, and the creator says, go ahead, jump into the ocean. I'll see you right back here some time in the future, okay? You decide how long. You decide how long. You decide what you make of your experience. But the important part is, I'll see you back here. And I think that's the beautiful part of the oneness, of the non-duality, of being part of everything, that we go and have individual experiences, okay? Again, we have multiple experiences. We have an existence, okay? Let's say that an existence is composed of thousands of experiences we have in duality. I think we have to experience duality. But at the end, we part from the beach when you're created in oneness. You are complete, you are whole. There's nothing more. You are given everything right there, and you come back to that. So that's why I share my message, my suggestion, that you discover who you are. You discover the beach. You discover the origin. You discover the love of the creator, okay? And then you can understand better your current position in the line, where you are in this process. And then you're gonna feel so free, so happy, so complete, because you know you're going back to that eventually. We are gonna go back to the beach, to the creation, and that's when we go on forever as part of the creation. That's when duality doesn't exist anymore. That's when we understand we're part of this unity consciousness, of this only consciousness, which is the creator. He loves us so much. He loves us so much that he didn't create anything new. He fractalized himself into these little pieces. And we are his soul. I reference as a he or a his. I share many times that creator doesn't have a gender. It's not a human being, something else beyond our understanding, but as a respect. So I can call him my father, our father of everyone. I share that like he. Okay, let me clarify that. He's not a human being, doesn't have human attributes, and he's beyond that. Okay, he's the unity, he's the everything. But he loves us so much, all our beings. So when you look at that metaphor, How different is it be if you're, I don't know, very close to the shore, or you are thriving in your experience? If you are not, you're gonna come back to the oneness. You're gonna come back to the everything. You're gonna go back home, okay? Eventually, we're all gonna go back home. So there's nothing to learn spiritually in these experiences. It's actually learning how to go back home, if it makes sense. How to respect this love of the Father, because we, in a way, through our own behavior, through our own free will, which we have, that's why we are not robots. That's why the Father, the Creator, doesn't decide our experiences, doesn't decide our fate. We do, okay? We do. We are the ones that know how long we're going to take to go back home. So you're very confused. You are Adolf Hitler, you are Stalin, you are Saddam Hussein. Great, it's going to take you a long while to go back home. It's going to take you a long while to figure out everything you have done, okay? You are a little bit better than that. Better is a spectrum. You are a little less confused than that. Let's say it's a better way to say it. It's going to take less. That's the only difference. That's your process in the line, okay? We're all going to go back to the oneness and the non-duality, okay? Trust me on that. It's beautiful. And just, even if you cannot experience it right now, just knowing what we are, how we are loved by the Creator, it's an amazing thing. It really frees you, okay? Again, you don't have to listen to me, okay? You decide if I'm just full of garbage or if there's something to it. You have to feel that itch. You have to feel that curiosity in you for you to figure this out on your own, okay? I really cannot give it to you. I wish I could give it to you, okay? I wish, trust me, I wish. And I try, and I'm going to explain this over and over in so many different angles, because what I want is just to make you curious, just to have that itch, just to make you go inside and ask for this, and it's going to come from you. And I share it on the last 2 minutes of every show, on my outro, that just ask, who am I? Where do I come from? And the answer is going to come. You were at the beach with me, okay? And I invited you to go into the sea, have your experiences, and I'll see you back here. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I'll see you back here and embrace you back to the oneness, to the unity, to the everything. We are all part of the Creator. We are all part of the everything, okay? We are all brothers and sisters. And it doesn't matter if this message went out from Earth to another solar system, another universe. It's still valid. It's still valid. We are still brothers and sisters of the everything, okay? And that's the beautiful part. And that's how emotions like hate, fear, rage, and I go back to the last 2 minutes of the show, anger, lost, all of that, lost in a bad way, okay? I know lost, a few of you have mentioned to me, why do I keep saying lost? I'm saying lost in a more abusive way, okay? That bad emotion of sexual wrong desire, that is abusive and it's not consensual, and that, okay? That part, the rage, the fear, the envy, the hate, the division, the feelings of superiority, the feelings of inferiority, which is equally wrong. You feeling you're less. You are not. You're equal. Every dot you see in the screen right now, it's like we are a little point in the universe, and we're truly equal to the Creator. And because he's not a human, maybe you cannot realize how he can have a personal relationship with all his creation. And he can. He loves you equally. You are equally loved by creation, by the Creator, okay? So I don't go very long on this one. Let's watch the support video. Great stuff. Again, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on how there's some things I still don't attach, like we don't have any free will, and that. It's like we're in the process of joining the unity, okay? Well, we are part of the unity. That's a beautiful part. So let's watch it together.
Oneness is probably a term you have heard thrown around quite a lot on my channel, and also many others as well. But do you actually understand what it means at its core and what its implications are? So oneness is a deep sense of connection and identification with all things that exist. When you have a oneness experience, which can be achieved through meditation, yoga, psychedelics, or occasionally just randomly, your awareness is no longer split into a subject, you, and an object, everything else. What you perceive is just pure experience, with no divisions whatsoever. In this state, your ego has been transcended, and you now experience things as the way they truly are, rather than what your ego projects onto them. Our ego perceives the world in dualities, self versus other, good versus bad, right versus wrong, black versus white. But in a oneness experience, these dualities break down, and what is now experienced is non-duality. Non-duality is just another word for oneness, and non-dual means not two, so therefore everything is one. So this literally means in an absolute sense that I am you and you are me. It says that there is only one true subject in the entire universe, and what I'll refer to that as in the video is the universal self. And what the universal self is just pure, infinite, formless consciousness. It takes on whatever its container is. It is simply just pure awareness, with absolutely no attachments to anything whatsoever. And that same awareness that runs through me, that makes me aware that I am making this video right now, is also the same exact awareness that runs through you, that makes you aware that you are watching this video right now. The only difference between what I would call you and me is our ego minds. But the whole point of oneness and non-duality is realizing that the ego is just an illusion, and that in an absolute sense, we are the same because we share the same nature.
Okay, excellent stuff. Although there are some points I want to clarify before I forget, at the beginning of the support video, is mentioned that a oneness experience can be achieved through meditation. I don't agree that that's forcefully like that. Yoga and psychedelics. That one I totally detach from, that's necessary, okay, or that's the only way. He also clarifies, or other means, or it can be a random experience, something like that. Well, that's the one I had, okay. I mean, again, I meditated, but I've been getting away from meditation because I've been using another tool, which is controlling my ego mind. The purpose of meditation is to have a conscious experience with leaving the mind behind, okay? Either in a pure sense state or Buddhist form, which the very well-known saying of, if you see the Buddha, kill him, what they're trying to say is the maximum thing we think is the Buddha. And if you see him in your mind, kill him, because the mind has to be clear. And if the mind is clear, how can the ego operate? It can't. Also, another way, which I've been using more than meditation, is controlling my thoughts. Putting the mind in the right point, in the right level of importance. My mind is going to constantly trying to push agenda on me. It's going to constantly try to push beliefs on me. It's going to constantly try to push the ego on me. And I just say, thank you, but no thank you. Okay, I need you, because without you, I don't exist in this reality. Without you, I cannot operate my five senses, for example. We need a mind for that. It's like a computer. But beyond that, dictating who you are, dictating what you should feel, what you should think, what you should believe, that's beyond the mind. And that's the ego, okay? Like the video says. The ego is the one that makes us believe in duality. The ego is the one that makes us believe that the oneness doesn't exist. The ego is the one that wants us to believe we are a unique thing. And what we see is something different out there, okay? The out there and the in there. But in reality, there's no out there or in there. We're all part of the same thing, okay? So the beautiful part of going in there is actually you leave the ego behind, you leave the egoic mind behind, and you leave duality behind as you go in you, and you discover the universe is in you, but it's also out there if you embrace it as the oneness, okay? Very difficult to do in this three-density reality, very difficult to do in this physical world. Again, it takes a lot. But the best way is to go in you, and then you can achieve that. And that's why I disagree. It has to be through meditation, yoga, or psychedelics. Particularly psychedelics, I really don't attach to that. Okay, I think actually it's the opposite. Psychedelics put the mind in an overdrive, and you are going into uncharted territory. I wouldn't advise taking psychedelics, okay? But as you can see in the screen right now, I took it from the video. These are 4 of thousands of examples of duality: self versus other, good versus bad, right versus wrong, black versus white, rich versus poor, whatever, white versus black. You see, we can, whatever you want to divide us, you can achieve it with duality, okay? And the moment you realize that doesn't exist, that's a construct of your mind, of your egoic mind. And I'm not saying you're egoic, I'm saying we all have the egoic mind, okay? It has been developed to be that, exactly, a separation method, a separation tool. When you understand that's the purpose of the egoic mind, then you can do something about it, okay? We still need our minds in this reality, yes, but we can, it's like a dog that is very excited to get your attention. And when you made the point that, you know, I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. Again, what is a daily effort, okay? A daily effort. If I allow my mind to go into overdrive, it's very anxious to do so. The egoic mind wants to get back to that position of prominence. And that's why it's very difficult for me to explain why I've been getting away from air quotes knowledge, okay? From people that read a lot, that quote a lot of external sources. Just watch a video of very out there stuff of false light versus light beings, and how there's these contacts. they claim that some are light and some are false light, and they were quoting, books from 2,000 years ago and forgotten books of the Bible, like a forgotten book or a deleted book of John and stuff like that. And it gets to a point that you don't even know what you know. You don't even understand what you know. You're really just your mind is in overdrive with all this knowledge, and it's really dictating you what to believe. You're not existing anymore when you submit to all this knowledge. The beauty of your own wisdom inside you is understanding. You don't need to know the differential equations and triple integrals and Fibonacci sequences and all the books in the world. If you want to do that, do it, okay? But don't allow it to control you. Don't allow it to dictate to you. If you want to learn all that knowledge, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and do it, okay? But always allow your inner compass, your inner self, the oneness, the non-duality to control you. So I hope you enjoy this short Friday episode. I'm going to come back on Monday with a continuation episode on what is duality. I found a great support video from a lady in 2 minutes. She explains perfectly what is duality. So that's going to be another short episode on these beautiful topics. And I'm very fond of this. I'm very passionate about this. This is the topic right now. Okay, for us to understand that we must embrace, again, it has to be through your own free will. You really need to want it, okay? It has to come from within you. You need to embrace this concept that we are really more attached than sometimes we want to believe. All right, have a great Friday. If you can, enjoy with family and friends. These realities prepare for that. So let's be consistent. And if you can, again, some people get upset that I keep insisting. They say, I don't have any friends. All right, no worries. It's obviously not for you. For the ones that have friends, for the ones that have family, if you can, enjoy with family and friends. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back on Monday. It's going to be a great one. I'll see you back on Monday. It's really going to be a nice episode. Have a great day. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new war. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from touching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you'd like to appear on the show, please email me at kate@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very